Nakatutuwang isipin na sa karugtong ng ating pagdinilay noong isang linggo na pinag-usapan natin ang butihing pastol. Kakaiba sa mabuting pastol, butihing pastol. Ang karugtong ng Ebanghelyo binabanggit ay ang pagkalinga, ang pag-aalaga, ang pagmamalasakit. Sapagkat sinabi ng Panginoon sa kanyang mga disipulo, "Do not let your hearts be troubled. You have faith in God, have faith also in me." These are warm words of caring. These are real words of compassion. Huwag kayong masyadong mabalisa, huwag kayong masyadong padala sa pangamba. Have faith, you have faith in God, have faith also in me. This is the Good Shepherd reassuring. This is the Good Shepherd telling us what we need to do. In the face of uncertainty, and uncertainty there is a whole lot of it. Now that the Ukrainians are preparing or doing the counteroffensive, I do pray to the Lord that these dictators are banished from the earth. I'm not making any secrets about it. In the third millennium, I thought, having been born 10 years after the war, I never imagined growing up that there would be a situation like this where we are on the cusp or on the possibility of another world war, and this time it's nuclear. I don't want even to think about it or talk about it, but I just did. The Lord tells us today, huwag kayong masyadong padala sa pangamba, sa takot. Kung may pananampalataya kayo sa Diyos, dagdagan niyo pa, konting dagdag pa. Have faith also in me. And this is the most warm image that He says, "In my Father's house there are many dwelling places." What a beautiful concept. The beautiful idea that everybody is invited, everybody has a place. Walang ine-etcha fuera, walang itim, walang puti, walang inchik, walang hindi inchik, walang Russian at walang Ukrainian. There are many dwelling places, and there is place for you and me. And we are all invited to that. But then I'd like to continue on in my reflection and focus on the humanity of the Lord, the divinity of Jesus, at the same time the humanity of the disciples. And we have two examples now. Si Tomas yung nagsabing, hanggat di ko nahipo yung kanyang sugat, hanggat di ko nakita ang kanyang mga kamay, ang mga paa, hindi ako maniniwala. Thomas was a sensate person. Sensate is different from sensual. A sensate person uses the senses to filter reality. So if you're a touching person, and we know that meron akong lola na very touchy person. Kaya nung lola sa kapatid ng lolo ko, asawa ng kapatid ng lolo ko, pero tawag ko rin ay lola. Nung siya'y nabulag dahilan sa diabetic retinopathy, whenever I visited her in Alfonso, in Cavite, the first thing she did was to touch my face. She was touchy. She filtered reality by touch. And Thomas was like her. Unless I touch his wounds, unless I see his side and put my fingers in his wounds, I will not believe. Thomas is being true to form today. He said, "Master, hindi namin alam kung saan pupunta. Paano namin malalaman ang daan? Wala bang ways? I need ways. I need Google Maps. I need a map. I need a direct, palpable, concrete, visible map that I can see, I can feel, I can touch." Thomas was praying, "Master, we do not know where you are going." How human. We do not know what will happen tomorrow. We are all uncertain. We do not know whether Xi Jinping will attack Taiwan before 2027 or this year. We do not know whether we will be involved. Well, we are with 4 bases, new bases here in 4 different places in the country. Already we are involved. We do not know whether climate change will become worse. And being 67 years old, I know what I'm talking about. It wasn't this bad when we were growing up. Ngayon, ang init, pati mga aso na mamatay na heat stroke. Kinakailangan ng bloke ng yelo ang mga aso na heat stroke. Paano pa kaya tao? Ano ang sagot ng Panginoon sa panalangin taimtim ni Tomas? Master, we do not know where you are going. I don't know the future. You haven't told us where you're going. How can we know the way? And the Lord told him like it is, I am the way, the truth, and the life. And no one comes to the Father except through me. The caring, compassionate Lord, telling them, do not let your hearts be troubled. Now telling them, I am the way, the truth, and the life. But the Lord also was losing a little patience because Philip was a seeing person. Siya nakakita kung sino may baon na 5 tinapay na malalaki. Magaling siya maghanap ng resources. So siya nakakita ng batang ang laki ng baon na hindi naman niya mauubos. 5 tinapay na sibada at 2 malalaking isda. At si Felipe nakakita, he was a seeing person. He saw everything. He had very good insight and very good eyesight. And so, ano ang tanong ni Felipe? Master, show us the Father. Show us, a seeing person. Show us the Father, and that will be enough for us. And the Lord was a bit annoyed and said, ang tagal-tagal na tayong magkasama. Hindi mo pa nakikilala? Ako? Whoever has seen me has seen the Father. How can you say, show us the Father, the humanity of the Lord? But the humanity of Thomas and Philip, praying like human beings. Hindi yung puro praise the Lord, puro pakitan tao. Hindi yung puro sayawan, indakan. Tunay na panalangin from the bottom of the heart, Lord, I do not know the way. How can we know the way? Panalangin mula sa kaibuturan ng puso, show us the Father, at sapat na sa amin yan. That will be enough for us. The Lord was annoyed as a human nature. Have I been with you for so long, and you still do not know me? I'd like to talk now about prayer. Prayer is honest, prayer is sincere, prayer is as human as it gets. It's not something made up, it's not something that you memorize. You can also, we memorize the Our Father, fine. But that's primarily that. Prayer from the bottom of the heart, the prayer of the heart that says, Lord, I'm uncertain, I don't know what's coming up next year. I don't even know if we can pay the tuition, because tuition fees are rising every year. I do not know what will happen next. Lord, show us the way. A prayer de profundis, a prayer from the depths, a prayer of the heart, a prayer that is as human as it can get, a prayer that is honest, sincere, genuine, a prayer of somebody who seeks and who wants to touch and who wants to feel. Kailangan ko ng pulp bits, kailangan ko ng patunay, kailangan ko ng reminder because I forget time and time again. This is prayer of the heart. My dear friends, now, what do we make of all this in our times? When you pray and you profess your incompleteness, uncompleteness, I don't know which is the right word, yung kakulangan. When you pray and you profess your sinfulness, when you pray and you profess that you are needy, that you are wanting, that you are lacking, the Lord listens because this is a prayer from the heart. And the Lord is a compassionate and merciful and listening God. Pero kung ang panalangin mo ay nagtutiri ka nga ng kandila ng Easter Sunday, si Putin, ng Easter Vigil may kandila, wala namang katabi, pero pinapatay mo ng walang kapararakan, walang pakundangan ang mga ayaw mo, ang mga kaaway mo. Is that a prayer from the heart? Will your candle lead you to the Lord? Will your mass intention lead you to the Lord, but you hate everybody? You hate your enemies? You don't forgive your enemies? You kill people in cold blood? I don't know. Ano ang mahalagang leksyon sa atin ngayong gabing ito? Show us the Father, and that will be enough for us. I've got a question for me and for you. Hanggang kailan mapupuno ang salop mo? Ano pang kailangan mo para lumigaya ka? Ikaw na ang pinakamalaking bansa sa buong mundo, sa buong lupalop. Kailangan mo pa ang Ukraina? Gusto mo pang nakawin ng Moldova? Gusto mo pang kunin ng Latvia, ang Estonia, ang Lithuania? Ano pa? Kailan mapupuno ang salop? When is enough enough? And therefore, Philip, in his humanity, in his being very human and honest in his prayer, show us the Father, and that will be enough for us. Pag wala ang Diyos, sinabi mo, walang sapat. Pag wala kang Diyos na pinapanginoon, hindi sapat ang lahat. Laging salat. Remember this. Philip, I love the prayer of Philip because this is my prayer too. Sometimes I see news that makes me cringe, news that makes me less hopeful, news that make me less human. I cannot bear to see that viral video of that Russian soldier beheading a fellow human. Man's inhumanity to man. It just so happened that he was Ukrainian and that fellow was Russian. And what right have you to claim more than half of Europe, Eastern Europe? You already have the Baltics, you want the Azov Sea, you also want the Black Sea and the Pacific. Magkaaway ang China at Russia, kunyari lang magkaibigan kasi gustong kuhanin ng China yung Manchuria na dati ay Manchuria, ngayon ay Russia. It's all about kailan mapupuno ang ating salop, kailan sapat ang sapat, when is enough enough. If you have no God, hindi sapat ang lahat, salat ka.